This is the field that will house the Browns and the Jets in the 2023 Hall of Fame game. That, of course, is the game that kicks off the entire NFL preseason.
Yeah, but we'll get more on that. But first, our top talker today, in the last week, Mayor Justin Bibb presented the city's latest proposal for the North Coast Master Plan, which addresses the area around Cleveland Browns Stadium.
Yeah, it includes a land bridge to connect downtown with Lakefront, as well as a beach and space for retail and commercial development.
Now, as Lena pointed out at the top of the show, this is just the latest plan in what has been a series of plans and ongoing conversations trying to figure out how to properly develop our valuable lakefront property. Our Matt Rascone has been looking into the big picture of improving the downtown lakefront and access and opportunities along Lake Erie.
For as long as anyone's been here, so has the water.
We have a lake. Places would kill for a lake.
Today, Lake Erie supports life for more than 11 million people. But even with all it has to offer,
it's not just to have a walk, it's to invigorate an entire community.
Armond Budish argues for too long the lake, with its miles of shoreline, has been ignored and underused in Northeast Ohio.
I mean, you look at Chicago, you look at Baltimore, you look at other places that are using their lake well, and we have not done that here. I mean, it's actually embarrassing how little use we've made of our lake.
Not for lack of good intentions. For years, government leaders have talked about making more out of this Great Lake, the 13th largest globally. As the Cuyahoga-County executive in 2019, Budish announced the Cuyahoga-County Lakefront Public Access Plan.
I believe a combination of connected paths, trails, and boardwalks along the lake with public access points interspersed would be transformative.
In places like Euclid, you can already see the change.
What you see now is totally different than what it looked like before.
Kirsten Holzheimer-Gale would know.
The cliff was crumbling away. You could not get down to the waterfront.
She grew up in Euclid and has spent the last 26 years in public office, including as the current mayor.
People want vibrant communities. They want amenities that they can use. They want access to park space and lakefront and trails. This gives us the opportunity to do that in a new way.
It's been a years-long struggle.
Not everybody was on board the whole time.
Coming up with the money and the will to spend it, and convincing property owners to allow it.
Private property owner owns not only to the lakefront, but they own property beyond the lakefront, into the water.
Erosion along the beach has allowed places like Euclid to clear that hurdle. The city offered a way to save homeowners crumbling yards in exchange for developing a path for others to pass through their properties.
The private property owners retain some of their private property, so the elevation change makes it possible here.
Development comes at an even steeper price in other areas.
I plan to retire here, grandkids and all. All that's gone.
Monica Cater is one of many being forced out of her home in the Euclid Beach mobile home community in Cleveland. The Western Land Conservancy owns the land and is making way for a lakeside park.
And what gives me energy is to know that we're going to create a world-class regional park.
Back in Euclid, work on the lakefront is still moving.
I hope it's ever evolving.
But Mayor Gale says they've already seen some benefits.
I do think that it's changed Euclid in the standpoint of it's brought a renewed sense of pride.
Property values are up. New construction investments are in the works. And perhaps most importantly, people can enjoy the lake.
Very important. It's all about access.
All in a time when water is becoming a more critical resource across the country.
Rivers are drying up, lakes are drying up, and we have a lake.
Now the Mandel Public Service Executive at Cleveland State University, Budish hopes people in and beyond Northeast Ohio will see Lake Erie for what it is.
It's starting to happen. The good news is it's starting to happen.
And use it like they've never done before.
If people understand what we have here to offer, they'll be here.
And we just heard that the county is working on 9th to 55th Street now. And the city of Cleveland, back to their plan, they will be hosting public outreach meetings this summer for feedback on that new North Coast Master Plan proposal. You can also share your comments online. Mayor Bibb echoed some of Budish's comments in that story, saying that creating stronger connections to the lake and the river is critical. The proposed plans would also continue the work of the county plan by opening up one connected trail all along the shoreline. Christy?
It all sounds beautiful. Keeping our fingers crossed that a lot of it goes through there. Matt Rascone, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.